She's back on the mud.
Yeah, see how this goes.
But there has been oh goodness. There has been the storm of all storms. So hopefully we should be welcome back with some nice surprises.
To get down to low tide though to start with.
Okay, yeah. It's extra specially muddy today. I've come down to the bottom. Oh, that's a really, really tiny jar. I think it's modern, but it's a really tiny jar. Something that's not modern. Is it complete? Yes! It's a pipe bowl. Brilliant. I think it's just a plain one, but it's got more stem than I'm used to. And I, will always love a pipe bowl. And that's a really good start. I can tell the top's broken, but how much of it is there? Oh, the rest of it. Oh, that's a shame. It says something too. What does it say? Oh, I think it just says London. It just says London on the side. Oh, that's so almost a really lovely complete bottle. I'll shove it back into the mud. Okay, someone else wants that.
It's a little screw top bottle, nothing on it though. But it's incomplete. Very muddy down here at the low tide line. What's that? It's broken. Yes. What's that? Yeah. Strange kind of cup with claws or something. But it's quite broken, unfortunately. What is that odd thing? What's that? Oh, I don't think it's very old. It's got the, I think it's like a spice pot. I thought that was really interesting then, but no, it's modern.
What's that? Is it a knob? Base? Oh, base. There's lots of little fish today, which is a really nice sign. What have we got? Ooh. It's difficult, you've got to do it quickly before there's too much disturbance from your step. Interesting. I mean, it's broken, obviously. Oh. No, it wasn't that interesting. Little tile. I think it's going to be blue or something. They're always really useful for miniatures. And that is a complete one. And this is half a... Oh, it's a broken light bulb insulator. That's cool there. That's really sad. This is definitely on the bucket list. Oh, and it would have been a beautiful purple one. There's a Victorian fairy light. I'd really, really love to find a whole one of these. Somehow I doubt that's going to happen, but it would be amazing.
It's a big handle. Yeah, that would have been some pot, wouldn't it? It's a shame. The link at my bottom and the top's broken. But to come to a bit that was a bit less muddy. The storm seems to have brought all the mud and covered up the low tide mark, and I've forgotten how hard work it is walking through mud. But I'm okay. I'm going the less muddy bit now. Just can I see anything? Tiny bit of a pipe bowl. But not. Is it a. What is that? It's a hoof one. It's got a hoof. It's unmistakable shape. I think it's just a clear one though. They all just look like they're going to be coloured here, but they're all just muddy. They always turn out to be clear mainly. There should be something here. Another one. We have so many though. I will save them for others. Hooray! It's a pipe bowl. Can you see it? I don't think it has anything on it. But it's a pipe bowl. Let's wash it in the water.
Vulcanite stopper? Nothing on it. That's something. That's something unusual. Metal. Looks like a... I don't know. It's a mystery find. That's exciting. We can't stick around to the roundup to see if we figure out if it's anything exciting or not. Is that a water closet sherd? Something in road water closet. Well, WC. Probably New Cross. Sun's maker. That could be an interesting sherd story. If it's from a toilet, we've not had one of those before. So that's cool. Oh. Welcome. It's never been something Edinburgh. That's a shame. I think we may have spoken too soon about what an excellent day it was going to be. I mean, incredibly melted. That's a shame. Oh yeah, there is quite a thick layer of mud over everything. So it's making it quite difficult. Got a lid. Where's the bottom of a... No, I think it's a lid. It's a nice lid. Another nice lid. We're on lids. Yeah, it's like a jar lid. Or is it broken? I don't know. What, is this the base or is this a lid? I think it's the base, but you could use it as a lid.
Very neatly thinged.
Yeah.
Quite odd colour, I think. I might take that just to see. It's a shame. I think that was a black one, but it's broken. Oh, very dark green, but it's definitely broken. It's a bottle stop. And another bottle stop. It's the day of the bottle stops. I wish the coloured one had not been broken though. What's that? That looks green. Do you think it's complete? Oh, a bit simmed in then. Oh, it's looking, oh, where any water? Water. There is no water, it's just mud. And this puddle, boot puddle. Oh, it's a little bit squashed at the top, but it's green. It's a tiny bottle. I said there had to be a tiny bottle. Kate, I found a tiny bottle.
Nice. Oh, a green one.
Yeah, it is a bit squishy at the top, but...
Oh, that's alright.
Oh, I think it's got words on it too. It has.
What does it say?
I don't know. You have to read it for me. Could be marking ink. Usually they're blue. Could just be medicine. Very pretty stem. I might take that home and clean it and see. Wow. Really dirty hands.
Another stopper. Incredibly melted one. Did have something on it, but it's too melted now.
I just lifted this one up because I wanted to, and look underneath. Do you think? I'll get my tool.
Oh,
Yeah?
it could be complete.
Could be.
Beautiful iridescence.
Oh,
it is! Look at the iridescence on that.
Won't stay, unfortunately.
Wow.
That's really pretty. That makes me think of other things. Look, there's another. That was really weird. All I did was lift that one up.
The iridescence.
It's probably just clear.
Yeah, but the iridescence of it is incredible. Wow.
See.
I just cleaned all the mud off my hands.
It's quite muddy.
Yeah.
This is enticing, but I'm pretty guaranteeing that it's broken. But it's definitely printed, but it's very unlikely. Oh. Okay. That first initial.
I'll film it.
No, it won't be. It can't.
No, it's not. It's broken.
What wasn't it?
That would have been amazing.
Oh, it's so muddy. Would have been maybe a ginger beer.
Wow.
One day.
One day. Although I don't think so. But that's okay.
Okay, that looks intriguing. If you can see that. Oh. Wow. Oh, I'm well zoomed in. Sorry, I'll zoom out again. Wow. Look at that. It's a hinge, but it's a very, very ornate hinge. Oh, wow, I need some water. That's beautiful. That's absolutely beautiful. Oh, I'm sure we can make use of that. I don't know if it's bent or if that's... I need to clean it. I'm going to clean it. I can't clean it, there's no water here. It's all the way down there and my belly's starting to hurt a little bit, so I'm going to just put it in my bag and see what it's like at home, I think. Look at this handle. Again. Enormous. I think I might have filmed that one before. in a slightly different location this week for the roundup.
Yeah.
We're in Kate's house.
It feels weird to be doing this here.
My first time back in the mud.
Yeah. And was sort of disappointing until I left.
I found something amazing, yeah.
What was your favourite find?
Well, my hinge.
Yes.
Come on, then.
Class?
Unhinged.
Is it a hinge or a class?
I think it's a hinge because if you turn it over, you can see where the rest of the hinge would have been. Must have come off a trunk, maybe. You
Or a big book.
Yeah.
But then it's got like
quite studs,
intense hardware.
But if you look here, there's whatever was left of whatever it was on.
Oh, yeah.
With your eyes, with your better eyes, can you see? Does it look like wood or?
It looks like metal.
It looks like metal.
Could have been a metal, like a metal
Didn't
box.
you say the ice box? No.
Ice boxes, yeah. Yeah, it could have been like a metal chest.
Yeah. Wow, that would have been ornate.
Yes, it would have.
If the hinges look like that, what
Yeah.
would the rest of the box look like?
Beautiful.
We didn't know if it was silver. I don't know. It looks silver in some lights and bronzy in not bronzy, brassy in other lights. Could be silver.
I think it's silver or brass. It's not magnetic.
No.
So.
I mean, for silver, it's crazy.
Yes, it is. It's beautiful. It's absolutely beautiful, and I love the sort of the cross shape.
Yeah, that. Oh, it's not actually a cross, though, is it?
No, I mean it's a cross, but it's
but
not
a cross. Not a religious cross.
No. Yeah, it's stunning.
It's crazy that. What makes me think it could be silver is the fact that it's still like that.
Yeah, in that place.
Yes.
Because metal there gets really.
You never find metal
No.
there.
And if you do,
rarely.
it's pretty far gone.
Yeah. Well, it's silver.
And
Say
like
it's
this,
silver.
and this little bit, I was able to bend back into shape without much. So it's soft and malleable, which brass after that long in there.
Yeah.
I don't know.
We'll have to get a test.
Mm-hmm.
We'll let you know.
And then we've got a Leith and Ross bottle. I think we found one of these before, because I think I've shown the picture of the box. But Leith and Ross were Britain's first. Can you say the word?
Homeopathic
Practitioners, and they sold the first homeopathic remedies in Britain.
Which is very cool because it was like 18 something, I presume.
1920s.
1920s, yeah. See, even then, that's still pretty early for that.
Yeah. Well, I mean, I don't know that's when they started. This bottle was from when they were selling them in the 1920s.
Right.
And it would come in a big walnut box with loads of them in it. Stunning. Yeah, I think we found one before. And then we've left the mud in this one because it still kept some of its iridescence. Oh, there's bubbles.
There's water in there. I will clean it out. I think it is aqua, actually.
Yeah, I
Look
think
at
so.
the shadow of the...
Yeah. Yeah, it's beautiful.
Seam goes all the way to the top though, doesn't it?
Yes, all the way to the top.
2-part mould.
Nice.
Sound like I know what I'm talking about.
This was the base. But
Oh,
it's
colour,
still,
though.
yeah. It really looks like a jellyfish.
Yeah, maybe we should make it into one.
Yeah. Really looks like a jellyfish. And it's nice and frosted.
Is it glowy?
Yeah, I don't know. I don't have a UV torch at my house.
Oh, actually, when you kind of look at it in the light, it looks like it could be. I don't know.
And a tile, which will come in handy. Oh, the pipe almost has. It says SW. bowl and a second pipe bowl. And our shared story, which unfortunately is not from a toilet. Doesn't mean water closet, it means West Central London. But it's pretty, there's a lot of history for this shared story, so that will follow soon. And then also maybe some snippets of me and Mum, not my, just of me and Mum doing something to my house in relation to the hinge.
Yeah.
So
Maybe suggestions what we can do with this beautiful hinge. In a miniature world or a non-miniature world.
Yeah. But yeah, so thank you as always for everyone that likes, comments and subscribes. It is completely free to subscribe to our channel, and it really genuinely does help with that good old trusty YouTube algorithm. Which is sometimes our best friend and sometimes
our biggest enemy.
Yeah. But yeah, thank you anyone who has already subscribed. You've already really helped the channel. Anyone that donates in any way, our brilliant Patreons, any wonderful people that donate on Ko-fi. Yeah, thank you. It's exciting that Mum's been back in the mud.
Yeah. I did pretty well, I think. My belly only started to hurt towards the end.
Yeah. Nice. Well, we've got some exciting films planned.
Yeah.
So I hope you enjoy the shared story and the snippet of the house. So this shared, as I said, is not from a toilet. It is from a scale. And it would have said Gray's Inn Road, King's Cross, Herbert and Sons, makers. But the actual history of this scale company starts before Herbert and Son were involved. And it started in around 1740 and it was founded by John Wood. And the labels in his scales described him as No Wood at Ye Angel and Scales, Ye corner of Queen Street in Watling Street, London, who makes and sells all sorts of scales and weights to steelards and cocks. No way! So in
Is that like stop cocks? What kind of
probably stop cocks. John married Mary and they had 2 daughters. The eldest, Anne, was born around 1744. But unusually for the time, Mary had a business in her own right.
Oh.
That of a bead and necklace maker, with premises in Shire Lane near Temple Bar. I wonder if we found any of her beads, also for Mudlarking the Thames. John was a member of the Blacksmiths' Company, and during his time took many apprentices, including Thomas Golding and his nephew Richard, whose father, also Richard, was a leather breeches maker in Cirencester. So then John Wood died in March 1765 at around the age of 50. After his death, his business was taken on by Thomas Golding, who had been freed from his apprenticeships in 1764. Thomas took over because Richard, the nephew, was only 18 years old and had not completed his apprenticeship. All of this information is on a website called Herbert History, and it's literally just a website about the history of Herbert and Sons scale making. And there's a lot I am
skimming,
and there's another word for
condensing.
Yeah. And only 6 weeks after John's death in March 1765, Thomas married his former employer's daughter, Anne, a few yards from the premise in Queen Street. Thomas was 23 then, and Anne was 21. And then next year, they had a child, Somerset Golding, and their second...
That's such a cool name!
And their second, Mary, in 1767, but she died the same year. Thomas Golding ran the business until he died in 1776 at the age of only 34.
Oh no!
So then Richard took over, the nephew. He must have valued the goodwill forged by Thomas, for as some years his label stated Richard Wood, late Golding, and to completely forestall any dispute over ownership, Richard promptly married Thomas's widow,
Oh no!
who was also his first cousin, John's daughter. He was a scale maker from 1768 to 1820, a very long time by anyone's standards. And in 1814, he took over the scale-making business at 6 West Smithfield of John Wynne, himself the successor to Thomas Croom. So apparently Richard died a wealthy man, leaving in his will properties in central London, Rotherhithe, Ampney Crucis, Ampney Peter, Stowe, and Easington.
I haven't heard of hardly any of those places.
No. Richard and Anne's 2 children died young.
Oh.
So the business was inherited by his nephew, Robert. There is a brief mention of Robert in a court hearing in the 1930s. He was a witness to a robbery in Smithfield Market. After his death in 1859, the wood business was shared by his 2 sons, Robert Henry and Henry. Like many a sibling partnership, the business ended in acrimony within 2 years.
That's brothers for you.
Yep. Robert Henry went off to run the business elsewhere, and Henry stayed to look after the Smithfield side, but it soon ran into financial difficulties, and in 1867 the sheriffs were called in. At this point, the Herbert family stepped in to take over the wood scale-making business.
So we haven't even got to the Herberts yet.
No!
So it's still going today then?
Yes, it's still going today. So there's lots known about the history of the Herberts because George Herbert in 1923 wrote a testimony when he was 81 years old. And George was the son of the founder, Thomas Herbert, and Sarah Brinkhurst. The family came from London's East End, and that is where the Herbert business first flourished. George tells us that Thomas was originally employed as an errand boy in Pallet Scale Maker's business in Leadenhall Street, which we go to Leadenhall Market.
Yeah.
So Thomas Pallet had died in 1813, and his scale business was then run by his widow, Elizabeth, and her sons. Thomas dearly wanted to be a scale maker, but for some reason the Pallets refused to let him become an apprentice. After Elizabeth's death, the firm went downhill, so Thomas saw a good business opportunity and left around 1842 to set up his own business, working from a shed in his father-in-law Benjamin Brinkhurst's back garden. Really wanted to make scales.
Oh, that's an odd...
Yeah, well, I mean, I think they were a big deal back then.
Yeah.
His first customer was a butcher, and as his reputation grew, so did the one-man business. Moving out of the shed, Thomas obtained a shop in Cannon Street, St George in the east, and took on 2 of Pallet's former employees. Thomas Herbert's business did very well, producing small scales used to check the accuracy of gold coins, which were commonly being clipped by fraudsters. We've not got gold weights. Ones, but we've got some coin weights and coins that are clipped. Yeah. The business was still very much a family affair. George recalls that his mother, Sarah, would put the baby to bed and then go and help her husband string the scales. In 1849, the growing business moved to St George Street, and in 1857 bought the business of George Birch, scale maker of Gray's Inn Road, King's Cross. And that's where this scale, this sherd is a piece of a scale. That's where this is from.
I want to know what it would look like.
Well, I can put pictures up. George's elder brother Thomas Benjamin took over this side of the business, but as the trade flourished, relations between father and son grew acrimonious. In 1863, Thomas Benjamin suddenly left the firm, and his wife of 2 weeks booked a ticket to America under an assumed name and signed up to fight in the American Civil War.
Wow.
He contracted tuberculosis in that war and eventually died in a military hospital in 1887. As a result of Thomas Benjamin's disappearance, the Herbert family moved into the rooms above the King's Cross premises, where ours is from, and George became destined to enter the scale maker's trade. Up to that point, he had worked variously for a lace machine manufacturer, an oil and colour man, and in an architect's office. Wow. And George was 21 years old when he was brought in as a partner in his family's business.
Father's
business. Celebrated by a dinner at the King's Head in Chigwell. And his brother William joined a few years later. And then it goes on and on, but that's sort of where our sherd ends in that business.
And it's then they
still do it. Yeah, they moved on to digital scales, all sorts of. There's so much history, but we can't possibly read it all.
You'd get bored.
You would. there's the history of our scale. A very unfortunate family history, I'd say.
Yeah,
So
quite a lot.
Yeah, and quite a lot of tragedy and dying young. But beautiful scales.
Yeah.
So not a toilet shared story, but a scale shared
It's
story
odd that it's
instead.
made of ceramic, though.
Yeah, they all were.
Yeah. But in my head, scales are made of metal.
The base is ceramic, and then the scaly bits are metal. So just shown Mum pictures, and yeah, it would have been the scale plate, the ceramic scale plate.
They look
So I
absolutely
shared
stunning. I mean, completely useless as a thing, possibly, but
There is a Herbert and Son scale for sale in that lovely antique shop near Nanny Caboodler's house.
oh, is it?
Yeah, keeps on coming up. This is quite funny. But yeah, would have been beautiful.
Crazy things. Meat, weighing meat. Kitchen scales. Some of them.
Yeah.
I wonder what ours weighed. Well, what our tiny bit weighed.
Yeah, not sure. But
Look, the lion's got scales.
so, the
Spit it out.
so we regularly talk about how sad it is that things used to just be so much prettier in the olden days, and everything. Yeah, it was. Things were built to last, and they were pretty and nice, and even the tiniest little things in like Victorian homes and stuff. Like I've seen pictures online of like the inside latches of doors.
Yeah, no,
like being decorative.
Yeah. Well, when manufacturers wrote their name, you know, when they had their name printed on metal, or flourishes and you don't have that in it today.
No. But I recently bought. It just reminded me that I recently bought a whole bunch of these for my staircase. Technically I have 2 staircases, but one goes into the cellar and it's stone. So
scary.
It's not scary, only scary at the moment. It's going to be converted and be beautiful. But so I thought it wouldn't break the bank if I bought enough of these just to do my one staircase. And these are they look like dust corners, which were invented around in like the 1880s, and they were very popular in Victorian times. And they were supposed to make sweeping your stairs easier because it stopped the dust from accumulating in the corners of your stairs, because they were sort of raised. The ones I've bought
just going to get dusty.
Are just going to accumulate dust because they're like deep corners. They're just the corner of a... So mine are purely decorative, but we have a Hoover. And if you go on Wikipedia on dust corners, it says Hoovers made them pretty much obsolete. But you can still buy them decoratively, which these ones clearly are. But
even with the Hoover, though, it's still a bit of a pain getting the dust out of the corners, to be honest, when you have wooden stairs.
Blow it. That's the thing. Our stairs had
allergies. I'm not going to blow dust into my face.
Good job you don't live here. But when we moved in, the stairs had some carpet from the 80s. It was actually a very pretty carpet, but it was
dangerous
and disgusting. It was someone had clearly smoked and there had been dog. Yeah, it was not a nice carpet, and it really smelt. And the plan is, in the future, to go stair carpet rods and a runner, but they are incredibly expensive. But they did come with pins, but I'm not going to be using the pins because the staircase isn't going to stay as it is currently forever. But for now, I'm going to blue tack these into the corners. Although I put 2 as a test, just place them there, and they haven't moved. But yes, me and Mum are going to Bluetooth.
The weather is really hot here.
Really, really warm.
We're really not used to it.
Blue tack these into the corner of my stairs. And I like, if you couldn't tell from our channel, me and Mum both like primitive style. So just before I show you my staircase, it's not to everyone's taste. But I love how I look at the moment.
Chippy.
Yeah, primitive. Yeah, shabby chic, as they call it these days.
Not chippy anymore, then.
I don't know. But yes, also I'm going to paint the wall a different colour. I've got the paint. dots like that, they really don't look that different. They're slightly more intentional.